Start.
Yeah, the video started. Hello, welcome all today to the workshop of Rehabilitation International in Denmark. We want to tell you a bit about the inclusive redesign of work. It's a transnational project supported by the European Social Funds, and we will tell you a bit about us. My name is Bert Wagener. I'm a professor at the HGU, the University of Applied Science of the German Accident Insurance, and I'm psychologist. Gemma.
Okay, thank you, Bert. My name is Gemma van Ruitenbeek, Managing Director of the Center of Inclusive Organization, a center of Maastricht University in the Netherlands. And in short, we say ciao.
Hello, Gemma. You're not completely visible at the moment. Maybe you could move a bit to the right. No, to the left. To the left. Now you're completely out of.
Okay, like this.
There you are. So, my name is Henny Mulders. I'm working at the WV, the Dutch Employee Insurance Agency, and I'm also a work and organizational psychologist. Including people with disabilities into the world of work still is a great challenge for work organizations all over the world. People with disabilities do not fit into regular jobs that are even becoming too demanding for an increasing number of workers without disabilities. So there's a need for innovative work redesign aimed at the benefit of work to individual abilities and ambitions and to promote sustainable employability for all people. Efforts of professionals to integrate or reintegrate people with disabilities into regular jobs still are predominantly supply-oriented. That means supporting people individually in their search for a suitable job. Next one. These push efforts are in need of complementary demand-oriented approach, a so-called pull approach. And that's supporting employers to create suitable jobs. And for this purpose, in the Netherlands, we developed the method Inclusive Work Redesign. There are a couple of drivers to more inclusive work organizations. And one of the most important is demographics, more gray and less green. And that faces us with structural labor shortage in a couple of European countries, and also with an aging and therefore more vulnerable workforce. And next important driver is the technology and shift in economic activities. Those tendencies urge us to upskilling and reskilling our knowledge and abilities. Driver of another kind, but very influential, is the international paradigm change in social security in all OECD countries. The motto is from compensation to participation, social security by employment. And that means that anyone that can has to work and stay at work, and that allowances are only for fully incapacitated persons. So, as a result, persons with disabilities not only have the right to participate in work, but many of them nowadays also have a duty to work, an obligation to make, and this development makes the need for suitable jobs only more urgent. Gemma.
Yeah, thank you, Henny. So jobs need to be designed for people who have disabilities and who are not able to fulfill all the demands at the current labor market. Because what we see over the years, that the demands in work, for example, cognitive skills in combination with social skills, are increasing over time. And for example, especially problem-solving skills in combination with social interpersonal skills are increasing enormously. So And what we then therefore see is that work organizations are exclusive at the moment. So work is exclusively designed for people without disabilities and people with the right qualifications for the existing jobs. So therefore, we really need to redesign the work within the work organizations.
Well, representative surveys in the Netherlands among working people have for a couple of years the same result, namely 1 out of 3 respondents are performing tasks below their professional level of knowledge and skills. And we think that's an indication for underutilization of human talent that could be overcome by redesign of work. And by redesign, we mean redistribution of tasks that creates more opportunities for adequate use of knowledge and skills of professionals by transferring non-core activities to support functions. And during the last decade, this work redesign approach was applied in inclusive consulting by my colleagues of UWV. And we visited a large number of organizations in very different branches. And each and every time the result was the same. We found professionals performing tasks that not demanded their full qualification and that could be redistributed and organized into new assistant jobs. So despite labor shortages and unfilled vacancies, there is a substantial proportion of the population of the working age that is still not engaged in work. Many of these people are disabled and not disposed over matching skills. However, we are sure that given the proper conditions, work can be reorganized in such a way that also people with disabilities can contribute valuable in any organizations. Those people are generally referred to as people with a distance to the labor market. But one might object that on the contrary, the labor market has taken a distance from them. So we see inclusion as a business solution, the combined use of internal and external untapped human resources. Bert, could you continue?
Yeah, thank you, Henny. I want to introduce you in the new project. This year we started a project for a proof of concept of the method inclusive redesign. We wanted to learn if and how this approach can be transferred to the German context of work organizations as well as the social security system. The 10 students involve the professionals employed by organization of the social security in Germany as part of their course in work and organizational psychology. They participated in the project. After introduction in theory and methods of inclusive redesign, they started developing their skills at the campus of performing a work analysis of the university's restaurant staff. Next, they performed a redesign project at a local administrative agency of the German social accident insurance. They interviewed 30 staff members, performed an inclusive analysis of work processes, and developed a proposal for redesign. In short, the redesign is aimed at redistributing tasks in a way that each level of functions is concentrating at its core duties and create job openings for people with disabilities and not yet a relevant professional qualification. Unfortunately, the final phase of the participative redesign session together with the staff could not be realized. Why? Because of the pandemic. The project report of the is situation describes the actual state of work processes, tasks and responsibilities, as well as staff's perceptions of workloads, bottlenecks, ambitions, and desirable changes in work and work context for the Zoll situation, it is a future situation. A series of recommendations is formulated. The concept of inclusive redesign proved appealing to all involved students, management and staff. The method proved to be well applicable in the context of the German work organization and to yielded useful results and recommendations according to the management of this organization. The results and the experiences this study were encouraged for the next step ahead. A pilot in German hospitalities struggling with staff, especially nurses. We hope to start this pilot soon after the COVID situation allowed.
Okay, our prime interest is, as this picture shows, in work processes and not in single jobs or functions of people. And we are looking at the actual interconnected activities of people. And usually they perform a lot of activities apart from what we can learn from their job description. Now, Gemma, please could you start this video of Zuiderland and also the noise that belongs to it, because that's the following example of a general hospital.
Hopefully it works out.
Okay, we'll see. Yes, it does.
We zien dat de afdeling medische beeldvorming op dit moment vacatures heeft die heel moeilijk vervulbaar zijn. Dat komt natuurlijk door de krapper wordende arbeidsmarkt, zeker voor specifieke specialistische functies. Verder zien we naar de toekomst kijkend dat medewerkers met pensioen gaan en daardoor een hogere uitstroom gaat plaatsvinden, waardoor dus de problemen alleen maar nijpender worden.
Nou, een belangrijk onderdeel van het proces is eigenlijk de input en de betrokkenheid van de medewerkers. Die is essentieel. We spreken dan ook van een zogenaamde participatieve aanpak, waarbij we eigenlijk zijn gestart met het afnemen van een 24-tal interviews met de medewerkers. En op basis van die informatie hebben we een overzicht opgesteld van alle taken die op de afdeling voorkomen, wie de taak uitvoert en hoe lang ze ermee bezig zijn. En vervolgens hebben we ook weer in samenspraak met de medewerkers bepaald welke van die taken in aanmerking komen voor een herontwerp en wat eventuele randvoorwaarden daarbij zijn.
De prettige samenwerking met Team Inclusief heeft in het algemeen opgeleverd dat we een breed draagvlak binnen de afdeling hebben voor functiedifferentiatie. Concreet heeft het opgeleverd dat we een 5,5 FTE inzet hebben aan laborant beeldvormende techniek en 1 FTE aan planningsfunctionaris, wat maakt dat de radiodiagnostisch laboranten zich meer kunnen focussen op hun kerntaken.
Mijn job is zo leuk omdat het uit verschillende factoren bestaat. Je doet planning, je doet administratie, logistiek. Maar het allerleukste is om met de patiënt bezig te zijn. En als die patiënt aan het einde van het onderzoek met een glimlach naar buiten gaat, heb ik mijn job goed gedaan.
Ja, IHW kent een aantal belangrijke speerpunten. De eerste is dat die vraag gestuurd is. En dat betekent dat we altijd aansluiten en in samenspraak met de organisatie kijken wat het personeelsvraagstuk is en of die opgelost kan worden met het anders organiseren van werk. Nou, dan is er nog een ander belangrijk speerpunt van de methode IHW 2.0, is dat die participatief is. Dus dat die altijd in samenspraak met de betrokkenen van de afdeling gekeken wordt van hoe het werk anders georganiseerd kan worden en onder welke voorwaarden. Zodat dat het ook echt een win-win situatie is voor nieuwe intreders en de mensen op de werkvloer. En als laatste hebben we smart en duurzaam. Dat zijn belangrijke speerpunten. Dus dat het smart redesign is, dat het werk duurzaam georganiseerd wordt voor zowel de zittende mensen als ook de nieuwe intredende mensen, zodat die duurzaam aan het werk kunnen blijven.
Werkgevers die een oplossing zoeken voor een HR-uitdaging kunnen voor een vrijblijvend gesprek contact opnemen met Team Inclusief Zuid-Limburg.
Okay,